Good morning and welcome to the San Marcos region, the heart of the innovation corridor. If you were with us yesterday, welcome back. We talked total health for entrepreneurs, and today our program is all about getting body fit. And as you were there this morning, Tucker and his crew with Fitness for All did a wonderful job to get us started. Tomorrow, day 3, we will explore Get Mentally Fit and mental wellness, and on our final day, we'll cover Get Business Fit and resources to ensure your business is on the right track to meet its full potential. My name is Ted Groholske, and I will be your host today. I'm a business solutions consultant with Workforce Solutions Rural Capital Area, covering the greater San Marcos area with Hayes, Caldwell, and Blanco counties. We provide support for those employment needs of those employers in that area. We have a wonderful program starting our keynote delivered by Dr. Melinda Villagran of Texas State University. Before we bring on Dr. V, I want to be sure you all know about the scavenger hunt we are conducting that will lead to prizes at the end of the week. Check the chat to view today's scavenger hunt assignment. Dr. Melinda Villagran received her PhD from the University of Oklahoma in Health and Organizational Communication and was recently appointed to direct the Translational Health Research Initiative at Texas State University. She is the principal investigator on 2 federally funded research programs investigating the relationships among communication, substance use, and sexual health risk behaviors. She has authored 2 books and over 65 peer-reviewed publications on communication topics. She has been quoted as a communication expert in numerous regional and national media outlets, including the Washington Post, the Washington Examiner, the AARP Magazine, bilingual edition, ABC News, and the Wisconsin Law Review. Her work has been funded by Department of Defense, CDC, the Department of Homeland Security, Merck Pharmaceutical, the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration, and several other funding agencies. Dr. B. We can't hear you.
Are we good?
Yes, we can hear you now. Good morning.
So good. Thank you. I just want to say thank you so much for allowing me to be here. This is really exciting for me because to be honest, to be a researcher requires you to have a very entrepreneurial spirit and to be able to think about things in ways that other people don't think about them, because research is the process of creating new ideas. And so today, as I was thinking about this talk, I was thinking about what it is to have a fit body and have a fit entrepreneurial experience, to be a strong leader, to be a strong business person, to be a strong entrepreneur, and to have a strong body. And the thing that I thought of first was the metaphors. We think about, a horse race and being, as strong as an ox or a bull or things like that, where strength really matters. And in entrepreneurship, it really is true that strength and fit body are similar in many ways to what it is to be a successful entrepreneur. So I'm going to kind of talk about that today. And I'm going to try one more time to share my screen. Are we shared? Yikes. Okay. For some reason, it's not sharing. That's okay. We'll just go with what we have. Okay, so fit bodies and fit entrepreneurs. What do those things bring to mind? Well, for me, I love the movie Rocky. And I think about Rocky, and Rocky comes from, very little, but he has an idea that he is going to be the best at what he does. And I think that that is also true for entrepreneurs. Oftentimes, you think of the eye of the tiger and you think of, how do I become the best at what I do? How do I position myself in a space where no one else is to be successful? And there's several characteristics that people have in common when you think about fit bodies and successful entrepreneurs. One of those is endurance. So to have endurance means that you don't start out too fast, that you find your pace, and that you move in a way that allows you to maximize your success, not just at the beginning when the ideas are coming and you're excited about what you're doing, but to see it through to the end, all the way to the place where we evaluate our work and where we make sure that we have that continuous process monitoring to be successful. Strength requires you to maximize your outcomes with as little effort as possible. So in other words, when you're really strong and you have a strong body, that's great, but you have to be able to use that body in ways that create efficiencies and that create success. So you want to optimize every single opportunity that comes your way. You don't want to be, a bull in a china shop and break things, but you do want to make sure that you can move fast enough to get in front of your competitors, to get in front of your market, to get in front of the needs of your customers so that you can identify those. And strength does not have to be something like brute strength. When you think about the ecosystem of the San Marcos area and what it brings to entrepreneurs, you can think about strong relationships. So strength can come in many forms. And like a fit body, a very successful entrepreneur has those strong relationships to be able to optimize opportunities and to be able to maximize outcomes that are related to having the right pace and the right endurance and the right strength. Agility is something that is really also something that we have to have for a fit body and also for a strength in entrepreneurship. I'm sorry, I'm checking the chat. I'm getting chat that okay, let's see. Okay, great. So another thing that's really important is the idea that you have to be adaptable. So when you are thinking about a body has to maintain homeostasis, meaning it has to have that steady state. And that steady state comes from responding to your environment, making sure that whatever's happening around you is being accounted for, both internally and externally. So that means that you have the ability to take that strength and take that endurance to go the extra mile, but also adapt it as you go along and making sure that whatever happens on the inside of your company, on the inside of your idea, is going to be something that is reflected outwardly in a positive way that helps you to build those supportive relationships. One of the things I love about San Marcos, which many people call San Marvelous, is that there is such a great ecosystem of support structures. And agility allows you to take advantage of those support structures and those relationships. I direct the Translational Health Research Initiative, which is now a center at Texas State University. And our goal is to reach out to make sure that our research is asking the right questions, that we're working with partners, both public and private, to develop new products, new ideas, new ways of doing things. In my case, specifically to solve health. Health is an issue that we've learned very well is directly tied to our economic development and vitality. And so having a healthy workforce means having a workforce that is strong, that has endurance, that has agility, that has quickness, and is able to respond to whatever comes our way. Now, I don't think anybody ever planned for a pandemic, but I do think that planning for the unknown is something that successful entrepreneurs do. Just like our bodies, when they're fit, they're able to adapt and to make the corrections that are necessary if we get really hot or if we, feel really weak or we need sleep those things really, really matter. And so as an entrepreneur as well, it is always going to be to your benefit to be fit and ready. Now, during the pandemic, I know, like me, some of you might feel some days it's really kind of tough to get out of bed because we thrive on the relationships that help us do our jobs well. But, sitting behind a computer screen doesn't mean that you have to be unfit. It just means that you have to be agile enough to plan and schedule ways to maximize your fitness and maximize your business opportunity. So agility also includes the ability to work quickly, adapt quickly, and do different things at different times as they're needed. Another thing that a fit body and a successful entrepreneur have in common is balance. Now, this is a really big one because this is the one that gets left out all too often. If you have balance, then you have the ability to let go of fear. Like many people, when I have a lot going on, when I have a lot of ideas in my head and I'm developing a new research project and I'm looking for new research funding and I'm building partnerships, that's all really excited. And oftentimes I forget to sleep. And forgetting to sleep is often related to this idea of not being able to let go of fear, because I wake up in the night and I think, oh man, there's something else I need to do. And I get really excited about it. And I get up and I get on my computer and I write things and I, take notes. And that is in some ways really, really unhealthy, because sleep means having balance in your life to not only think about your body, your mind, and your business objectives, but doing it in a way that is the right thing at the right time. Balance is not too much of anything, but just the right amount of everything. And when we have that balance, then we're able to maintain our daytime and our night, our sleep and our fitness. And during the day, we can schedule to create not only great opportunities to build relationships and build businesses and create new ideas, but also to keep ourselves healthy and keep our bodies ready so that we can have that endurance and strength that we're going to need to be successful. So letting go of fear means saying, you know what, I got this. This is something that I can do. And in the process of being an entrepreneur, you have to be a little bit fearless. And being strong also requires you to let go of your fears, to go ahead and get a good night's sleep. Find that balance in your work and in your life. All of a sudden, this term work life has taken on a new kind of idea because we all work from home more than ever. And we're sitting behind screens more than ever. But if we're doing that in ways that make us physically unhealthy, then we are perhaps putting in jeopardy our success as a businessman or a business person or an entrepreneur who's ready to go out and meet new clients, create new companies, create new businesses that solve needs in the market space. The market space is changing and the world around us is evolving in a way that is creating all kinds of opportunities. So when you really, really are ready to take on new opportunities and meet the needs of clients, you have to be able to find that balance that lets you let go of fear, but be ready and be at your best so that you can do everything possible, but that you also know your limits. I don't know about you, but I've been to the gym before where I haven't gone for a long time, and then all of a sudden I go and I'm very excited and I do everything 6 times. What happens? The next day, well, I can barely get out of bed. You're very sore and you're very tired and you think, oh yeah, why did I do that? And you never want to do that again. So having the ability to be strong and have endurance, have agility and balance means that you use your best assets, your strength, when they're going to give you the maximum benefit. And you use endurance to figure out when those times might be. Not just all at the beginning. Don't go out the gate too fast. Go out with a very measured pace so that you can finish the race in a way that is strong as well. And then I have to say, it's really important in this time, and I know that this is about fit and strong bodies, but our bodies and our minds are very connected. And so the mental agility to put down the computer, to put down the screen, to step away and walk or to exercise, or to go out, or to call and make an appointment for, a trainer. I mean, in San Marcos, there are a million great opportunities for fitness, not only in our gyms and in a lot of really good and healthy restaurants, but also in our environment. I mean, we have great parks. I love to just go for a quick hike. In between meetings, you can do that now. Our schedules are a little bit more flexible, which means that we have the ability to take control of our bodies and our businesses simultaneously. And that's a really, really great thing. So if you're thinking about the idea of fitness and strength, you want to be sure to consider not only oh, well, I will work out later. I will have a strong body later after I get my company going. But instead, thinking about it in terms of, I'm going to do everything I can right now to be ready, like Rocky, to train, to make sure that I have a good team, to make sure that I know what resources are around me that I can use. Rocky used the steps that lead up to the Liberty Bell in Philadelphia for his training mechanism. Sometimes you can think about things that are really, maybe not what everyone else has thought of, that are assets that you can take advantage of to be strong and to be ready. I think that the main thing that I really believe can be tricky when you're an entrepreneur or when you're a researcher like me who loves their work is stepping away from your work to create that balance. Because in your lives, if you have a really strong home life and you have a really strong body, you're going to be much more likely to have a really, really strong idea, a really, really strong company, and you're going to be able to take advantage of the ecosystem of relationships in San Marcos and our community that can help you as an entrepreneur to be successful. So those are some things that you might want to think about. The eye of the tiger for us means an ecosystem for fit bodies and fit entrepreneurs, mutually supportive relationships where ideas and resources are shared to create winning companies, winning ideas, winning entrepreneurs, and successful businesses that will create new needs and new opportunities in our community. Thanks. I believe we're going to go to a